Hey there everybody, and welcome back to the channel for another figure review. Today we have a figure that I was hoping would get made, and then it got made, and now I'm excited, and I'm really hoping that they finish it off. And that they step into other lines, because that'd be fucking awesome if they did. But we have his friend. And by his friend, I mean we have the MC05 Dragon King. You know, from Lucky Cat. AKA Sentai Godzilla. We have the Dragonzord, okay? We have the Dragonzord. Also, I probably shouldn't call him Sentai Godzilla, considering Godzilla actually exists in the Power Ranger universe, and they had a crossover, and Godzilla unfortunately beat the dog shit out of the Dragonzord. But we won't talk about that. The Dragonzord's cool. You just need a smokestack, and it's alright. The box art is actually really nice. It's of the figure itself, and then it has like this ink wash over it. I think that's dope. I really dig the box art. Am I keeping the box? No, I never keep my boxes unless the box art is like top tier quality premium, just mwah of box art. It has to be phenomenal for me to keep it. Something like this, while great, that doesn't hit that for me. But yeah, that's the front, that's the side, and we don't have to actually do anything because I already took him out. Of course I took him out. I had to. He's amazing. When you take him out of the package, he's gonna come out like this. Little tiny short guy. Actually, you know what? Let me turn the camera angle down a little. He's gonna come out like this. Actually, he comes out like this with his fin up in the package. And you have to lower this out of the package to, you know, get that true Dragonzord look. His hands are inside of his chest. His chest is reflective. And the neat thing about his chest, I'll show you in a second when we get these hands out. Letting you know this now, if you want a pose with him with his mouth open, it's not happening. That is one of the few downsides of this figure. That's not happening. That's all you're getting, because the chest piece, ironically, is way too far into the neck. If they had shortened it just by a little bit, we probably would have got some mouth motion at the same time. Probably don't need it because, you know, we need it for him. Him back there, yeah, you. And you're probably not going to be there anymore like that. It's probably going to be him now, and I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with the other two pieces, but something. Because he's going to be there now, because he's too goddamn cool not to be. Lucky Cat, if you are listening, please, if you can, make Titanus so we can make the Ultrazord. I would give you guys all of the money that I don't have. No, for real. Make Lucky Cat, if you guys make a Titanus, that'd be great. It'll finish off this set. I would love you all for that. This has been amazing. Between the Megazord, the Dragonzord, I don't have it, but the Voltron set, the mini Devastator set, these guys have been killing it in terms of small miniature figures that are transformable, have die cast in them, and are of great quality. Like, he was already great, but this guy literally has gold-plated chrome on his chest and on his shoulders, or arms, I should say, and the top of his dome, little noggin. This is shiny gold-plated. It's nice. Look at that. It's so bright. Oh my god. Just woo! I love it. His tail's not attached, out of box. We're gonna get to the other stuff. In the box that you get with him, you get a stand for the, I don't know what it was called. Was it the Dragon Lance, the Drill Staff? I don't know, but his main weapon, this is the stand to make it. Obviously, you get his tail, because you can't have the Dragonzord without his tail. And while this is nice, it looks cool, it, in fact, still, I keep doing it. I've done it every time I've messed around with this. I've taken the tip of the tail off. All the pieces extend. This has a small pull up, and then it's supposed to stop, and then you need to, like, find a way to pull this up without pulling it off of the socket. But yeah, and it's still flexible and wiggles around. You can do your drill spin and all that good noise. It's dope. And this just plugs in, you know, right here to the back, just like so. And the Dragonzord is becoming the, I did it again, Jesus Christ. The Dragonzord is becoming the Dragonzord. I cannot get this on for the life of me without that coming out. Or maybe that doesn't pop up and it just pull, you know? Words. I don't speak them properly. Anyway, there we go. He also comes with this little tool here. This is for digging out this here, so you can get to the hands. With that being said, let's do that right now. So we're gonna pop out the shoulder parts, and we're gonna put this little lever in here, and we're gonna try to dig out these hands. I remember. Oh, it's that way. It's that way. These come down, and then the fingers come out. Same for this side. You need this tool unless you find a way to get a nail in there or something. I don't know how you guys would do that, but get something in there to keep those out. And while, yes, those will be on the bottom, ignore that. Also, look at that. That's great quality. The thin V. That's, oh man, it's so nice. And it's metal. Or it feels like metal. It gets cold, but it's probably not actually metal. It's probably plastic. He comes with that. If you need that little tool. But he also comes with one of the coolest accessories ever, and I wish my Solar Chogokin Dragonzord came with it. I wish all Dragonzords came with it. He comes with the missiles. He comes with the freaking missiles. These are great. It's clear for the, you know, the smoke trail. And they just plug right on. Just bam. They have this weird little gappage at the bottom there, which actually isn't a spot. It just looks that way. But if you want him to shoot the missiles after he's, you know, chomped down on his smokestack, he can shoot the missiles. It's great. I love it. The only downside is his mouth. His mouth can barely open. That's because the face is in there, if you can see it just slightly. Oh god, this is so cool for accessories. This is all you really need. And he's done, you know, I can end a review right here. Dragonzord's done. There you go. But we're not doing that. We gotta show off the articulation. Now we've shown off the accessories. So, for Dragonzord, his arms can go up this far, even though you've never seen him do this. He can, you know, he can hit a Y pose that looks weird-ish. Go up that far. You're not gonna get any head motion, obviously, because it's a fucking guy in a robot suit, and the whole top of the neck is Michael Keaton Batman. So of course you're not gonna get any neck articulation. His hands can come up, like his arms can come up here. It can wave. And his hands can go up if you so want them to be. Well, he can technically he can almost salute. He can almost salute. His shoulder bits will come out this far of the hinge, and then they have a hinge up here. That's the range you'll get. They will lock in place, so if you want him to just be stationary like that, he can be. If you want to be a little bit more dynamic, you know, move those out a bit. They're shaky camera. Move him forward, and there you go. The only downside to this figure is that his mouth can't open. That is literally the only downside. Tail, up and down motion. Each one of these can swivel. They can all hinge around. You get your little Dragonzord tail poses going. His ankle, as you can see, goes all the way down for a flat stand. Come all the way up. Great pivot on them, so you get all the wide stances you need. And his legs can kick that far forward and will kick that far back. They stop, and I'm not sure why they stop. I think it's a locking mechanism on the inside of it itself, or it's running into the tail. It could be running into the tail. Let's see. We're gonna pop the tail off. Nope, not running into the tail. It just collides on the inside of itself. So that's it for leg articulation of forward and back. Sideways, no problem. You can do the splits without an issue. And then, you know, he has a really nice knee bend. Let's see if I can get this to go. There we go. That's his knee bend. Will you actually ever use a knee bend that deep on a Dragonzord? Probably not. But hey, he has it. If you want him standing on a rock or something, he can probably do it. Or another Zord if you have one tiny enough. But overall, he looks great. He feels great because of the metal that's in him. I believe his knees are die-cast metal. He can pose a bit. Like I said, you're not going to get any head articulation, but do what you can with what you got. You know? There you go. Get him posing like Tommy. Camera angle. Not working properly how I wanted to. Now, with that being out of the way, I'm going to show you guys a cool gimmick that he has, which is one of the greatest things I've seen on this. Legacy doesn't have this. I don't know a Dragonzord figure that has this aside from the original 90s Dragonzord. But for his chest, take a magnet, boom. That's fucking cool. Yes, those are on. They are lit up. It takes, I'm sorry if that blinded anybody. It takes 2 LR41 batteries to do this. Yes, those small ass watch batteries. But simple magnet, it's on and off. Let me turn this off real quick. There you go. You can see it. I mean, it'll show up in the dark without any major issue. That's just with, you know, standard lighting. Light switch is too far for me to turn off, so I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, this is fucking great. But then again, I nerd out over almost anything Mighty Morphin. This thing could be horribly flawed, and I'll be still sitting here. Oh my god, it's fucking amazing! With that being said, and that happens like that, we're going to transfer him into battle mode. So for battle mode, you're gonna want to take the tail off. Get that, you know, all stacked together to the side. You can, you know, line it up if you want to. There you go. You're going to fold this down. Technically, you're supposed to fold it down. You could just leave it out. I'd leave mine out. You're going to take the hands, put these back in. Like so. They don't fold all the way down. They actually recess like that. So if you're wondering, no, you're done. That's all you need to do. Fold these up. Fold these up. And then just like in the show, aside from the back piece coming off, you're going to take out the chest. That's going to come all the way out. Like so. We're going to leave the Dragonzord here real quick with his hollow body. Take your front chest piece. Plug this into the, oh wait, right, it goes this way. Plug this into your staff. Plug the back piece into the back part of the staff, and then you have to lift this up here. This little peg here gives you your port for your for the tail. Staff is complete, and we need to back that back because the staff is just too damn wide of a shot. Staff is complete though. Now, as for the rest of the transformation for him, I can show you this to you guys now. His mouth opens, but the face is default there. So that's probably why they didn't focus on having it open. You don't have to pull the visor down like the legacy one. It just opens and there's the face. We'll pull that down now so it's just there for battle mode. We'll get the chest in place, which is just bringing these forward and locking these together. And if you guys never noticed it, I'll mention it now. Or if you're new to Mighty Morphin and are just getting into it and haven't noticed it either. Yes, when you bring his arm plates together to make his chest piece, it is just the emblem of the Dragon Coin. Yes, yes it is. Very bright and nice. The last thing you're going to do for the Dragonzord to get him prepped for this is you're going to lift these panels here on his leg. Lift this one up. Lift this one up. Fold his leg all the way up. Take his feet and flatten it. The toes will rest just under it. Do the same thing for the other side. And there you go. Pull your pegs down. And now you are ready to complete this beast. Which is simply going over to this guy, taking out the sword. We're going to remove his arms. And remove the legs. And now the Dragonzord is going to get all of that good stuff. So now we're going to attach the Triceratops. Attach the saber-toothed tiger. Now he has his legs at considerable height now. It's funny when you think about it, he's just a Zord standing on top of another Zord. And then we're going to add the Mastodon to the back to give him his arms. Those ports on the back here will line up with these two holes on here. If for some reason you did not know that. And there we go. We now have the Dragonzord in battle mode, or fighter mode. I'm gonna beat your ass mode is what I like to call it. Especially in the old NES game, like once this guy came out, you're, not NES, but Super NES, once this guy came out, you were dead. You're dead, you're done. Unless you have the Thunder Megazord. Thunder Megazord was pretty good. But now he gets a bit more animated. You know, you got your waist swivel that can be fully articulated. Now lift the chest up when you do the waist swivel, that way you don't scrape this, okay? But you can do that now, move him around. I mean, you can give him the power sword if you wanted to. My wrist is still weak on this, I still need to fix this, but you can give him the power sword. Don't know if we've ever seen that, but yeah. And then lastly, obviously, yeah, see, I still need to fix that to where that holds that better. He has a staff, and it just plugs into his hand like so. You get your generic pose on with the Dragonzord and the staff. Let's see. I feel like it would be better for him to hold it from this side, but then you can't really see much. So yeah, it has to be from this side. So there you go. Thing is freaking cool. I love it. Oh my god, yeah, and it's probably gonna stay like this and be up here now. I have no idea what to do with the Tyrannosaurus and the Pterodactyl now if I do that, because there's nothing attached to him. I could just add the Dragonzord up here by himself, but the Dragonzord is actually really short compared to the Megazord. Or I can just leave it in Ultra mode and be done with it. We'll probably do that, so, you know, everything's all together. Nothing has to be left out. But, the wings that come with the Pterodactyl for this also will still go on the back of this. You could have giant wing Dragonzord. It'd be pretty cool. And I forgot to show you guys, but he did come with a little instruction manual, so I'm going to move him to the side. We can flip to that real quick. That's the back. That's the front. These are all your instructions for transforming him and everything I basically just explained. That's what he looks like. By the way, this version here is a limited black and green version that they made to coincide with the release of him, of the Megazord. So if you want a black and green version to go with his black and green, find a Lucky Cat, as I like to call it, Lucky Cat Nemesis Megazord, and there you go. You can make this version that you see here in this artwork. Here's the rest of the instructions. Show you guys how to transform and put together everything. What looks like an Ultra mode, which we're going to be making real soon. And then, how to connect it to the Megazord. And there you have it. With that being said, before we connect it to the Megazord, we're going to disconnect everything back. I'm going to take this off and show the articulation of this form. So, still same articulation as the Megazord, so we have double jointed elbows, bicep swivel, wrist swivel. Still no neck articulation because of Michael Keaton. It suffers from Michael Keaton. That moves, but that shouldn't move. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to do a knee bend, which is here. So if you ever wanted him to do a jump kick, I mean, technically, he can do it. You can give him a flying kick. But this is awesome. I'm really hoping that they make Titanus to finish this off. And then I'm gonna hope that they make like the Astro Megazord or Zeo. Oh, Zeo Zords would be cool. The Shogun Zords would be cool. The Ninja Zords. When they get their Ninjetti powers, that would be dope. That'd be awesome. I doubt they'll actually do it, but that'd be awesome. Now, to get to the Ultra Zord, first we're gonna take off the the Saber-Tooth Tiger and Triceratops. We're going to take off the arms from the Mastodon, and before I actually put them together with the rest of the crew to make the Ultra Zord, we're going to stand him back up real quick because I forgot to do the size comparison. He is very tiny, okay? Very. His chest doesn't want to open. There we go. Alright, so we'll do that, and then take the tail off, take chest out, and we'll do this. We won't fully plug it in, we're just doing this to get the imagery, I guess, of what he looks like. Right? Right. Okay, so there's the Dragonzord. Everything's all off to the side. And we're going to grab our Marvel Legends Modular Suit Iron Man. As you can see, he's very tall, and Dragonzord is very short. Our Lord Zed Super Putty. I guess you could say we gave him a bomb and he got bigger, but he wouldn't be that big over Dragonzord. We have our SH Figure Arts Final Form Cooler. Again, everything that you have will probably tower over the Dragonzord because of the nature of this figure line. And last but not least, the Beast Deities. Big ass Broly. Assuming he stands. Because there he is, and then there's Dragonzord, and that's really fucking tall. Alright, cool. I mean, technically, if we're doing height comparisons, I should probably put them back together. So, without putting his arms on yet, this is what he looks like next to the Megazord. So as you can see, the Megazord has an incredible amount of height difference between the two. I don't know why that happens across all toy lines. The Dragonzord is always shorter than the Megazord. It's like they're equal heights in the show. What's happening? But anyway, let's get around to making the Ultra Zord or Super Megazord, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna put these back on so they're all together again. We're gonna fold his horns back so he's ready, or not. The horns don't want to go back. There we go. We can move the shoulder pads. Technically, they're supposed to go down. We don't have to move them down, but technically, they're supposed to go down. They're supposed to be like that. They don't have to. If I remember correctly, when I was messing around with this the first time, I actually had the shoulder pads still up. Alright, so at this point, the Megazord is essentially ready. We have to get the Dragonzord prepared. So to get the Dragonzord prepared, we're going to take this chest piece back out, split them by the legs, take this part out, fold this up. There's a little notch here, if you can see that space. Shift the leg up, do the same thing for the other side, and now it can hang. Fold the feet up, like how we did for the Dragonzord in battle mode. Do the same thing for the other side. Shake the camera again. Now that everything is all set, pull these plugs down because you're going to need them. And you can now sit this part on top of the Megazord. Just like so. Now he has his fancy shoulder armor. And he is all powerful. I did not sit that on him correctly though. I kind of want to leave the shoulder pads up just so they're out the way. You know what? Let's do that. That's fine. I don't care how it's supposed to look in the show. It's my figure and I do what I want. There we go. Fold that back down. On top of which, the shoulder pads tend to hold it a little better, you know? So it's not so droopy. And before you ask, no, there is no locking mechanism. This is all just balanced on his head. It'll hold. Oh yeah, this part goes out. I can't figure this little antenna. As you can see, the Megazord wants to fall over. It can't hold it. No, it can hold it. It's just, my copy has weak knees. It really does. And then, now that this part's done, and all crookedly sideways and all that good jazz, we gotta add these parts back on. So, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this here. If I remember correctly, this goes onto here. And then this plugs into the bottom of this side. And then this plugs into the bottom of this side. And now it's all armored up. I'd hate this only because the tail is slightly too long on that side. So it's like, I need to lift that up higher or something for that to work, because it's gonna scrape against the table consistently. I really don't know what to do for that. I'll turn it that way. No one will really know, right? But this is all set. The only thing that's left over from this mode when you do this is the Mastodon head, the Power Sword, which technically he can still hold. I just knocked the entire thing down. That was a dramatic spin and everything. He's still intact though. I break my figure so you don't have to. firing missiles, and then I need to put the Tyrannosaurus tail back on. Because I tend to keep this tied up back here so it holds. And then I use the little plates from the Mastodon's back to hold these in so the tail looks like it's still connected flush. Yeah, the Mastodon head is left over in the Dragonzord firing effects, but technically, you can take the Mastodon head and attach it, you can attach it to the forearm on the inside somehow. I don't know how I can do that right now. I really don't. So the only thing I wish that the Mastodon head did do was that they had an actual handle for it. Instead of just, you know, this piece here to plug in some stuff. But it's fine. And it only goes on the forearm. We don't have access to the forearm, and there's no other ports anywhere else that I can see. I'm gonna turn this around, see if there's anything on the back. Maybe we can plug it into the foot of the Mastodon. There we go. So you'll never see that, but look, it has storage. So all the Zord pieces are together. Literally the only thing left over is the Dragonzord's firing effects and the staff for him. This has been a little fun review to do. This guy's now going to be part of the display, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. It was just me rambling and geeking out, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is so fucking awesome. Just doot 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 doot.